Bear Cavs.
Good evening. Welcome to South Summit High School. Cody Bowen along with Tegan Lewis. We're excited to bring you the region opener of the 2023 season. Great one for you tonight. Morgan in the house and taking on our South Summit Wildcats. Morgan coming into the game at 9-3 in the preseason. South Summit at 7-3. Both teams having a great lead into the region lineup, and tonight we'll kick off this region schedule. And it's not going to be easy. A great region schedule, and ought to be very competitive. And tonight we'll see who's going to take the lead in the region schedule. South Summit lost to Heartbreaker last Friday night to Millard, and looking to rebound tonight at home as trying to find their way and see how the region schedule goes. Morgan having an outstanding, as always, team, and will be a good matchup tonight for South Summit. Starting for South Summit tonight, Kelby Thompson, Bracken Lashy, Gage McKee, Alex Atkinson, and Mitch Gempler. And I didn't get the starters. We'll get the starters here for Morgan shortly. Tegan, always a good matchup. Always seems to be pretty competitive and often tense here, right?
Yes, it does, Cody.
All right, so can't decide. For some of you fans who are regular listeners, let me know if there's a sound problem. We've been having a problem with our box, so let me know if you're out there listening and we got a problem. All right, well, South Summit is led in scoring by the sophomore Logan Wolstenhume at 14.3 points per night. And Alex Atkinson at 8.3. Gage McKee at 12. Bracken Lashy at 6, Mitch Gempler at 5, and Kelby Thompson at 3, leading for Morgan. They're led in scoring by Eli Bailey at 12 points. Then lots of players with even kind of scores, 7 and 7 for Waite, AC, Turner at 5, Harris at 4, Tilby at 9, and Matthews at 6. So it looks like starting for Morgan, we've got Eli Bailey, number 5, Aiden Harris. Number 22, Joseph Waite. Who's the big guy right there? 33, Josh Criddle. And number 11, that's Turner. So we'll see how this goes. It's going to be McKee jumping up against number 1, Bailey. And won by Bailey. And Morgan will start off with the basketball. A little baseline jumper, and it's good. It started off Bailey with a nice 10-footer on the baseline, and they start off 2-0, and the pass over the top to Atkinson. Atkinson in the deep corner, stolen away, and quickly Morgan already putting the pressure on it. Blocked away by Gage McKee. Beautifully done. as Gage went up high and blocked the shot of number 5, Aiden Harris. Whew, Tegan, that's a good, exciting start, huh?
Yeah, we like it when they start like that.
So McKee, a lot of hops on the floor, and he got up high that time. Now inside to Criddle, outside three-pointers up, no good, and the rebound to Gempler going up strong, and it's South Summit basketball trailing by a bucket, 2-0. So Atkinson now will dribble to the top. It's like Morgan in the zone defense, 2-3 defense, it appears. After people shift, it's always about the same zone anyway, right, Tegan?
Yeah.
Lashy around to Gempler. Now Gempler right wing up top to Atkinson. Now high post over to Thompson, over to Atkinson. He dribbles right, kicks it back up top to Thompson. Thought about the three. Now he gets into the lane and a travel. And tonight's first night we've had the shot clock going, so that's going to play a little bit of a role and would have played a huge role last Friday night as well. So let's see how that impacts the game tonight also. So a lot of stuff going on here on the Region 13 opener. 2-0 Morgan lead. And Turner walks it up and passes off to Bailey. Now over to Waite. Now down low to little turnaround, jump hook, and a nice shot by Bailey. Bailey's got both buckets. And he looks like he's going to be the scorer for the Trojans. He leads them with 12, and he's got a third of that right now with a 4-0 lead.
And you see Morgan coming out, and they're pressuring the ball almost full court the entire way.
Seems to be a common theme, boys and girls. Always a lot of pressure, very athletic, typically deep, and Lashy with the deep three-pointer. Lashy with the first bucket for South Summit. South Summit trims the lead to 4-3. Now over to Bailey. Bailey guarded closely by Lashy. Gets into the lane. Beautiful pass down low to Criddle, and he passes it back out. And there's a double dribble. Turnover, Morgan.
Beautiful feed right there to the big man, but he didn't.
Yeah, I'm surprised he didn't go up strongly with that one.
I think he had the lane too. I think he just thought that 33 would be more open for a nice easy layup.
So it looks like we're going to take a quick timeout. We'll take our first one. We're 2 minutes into quarter number 1. The Trojans lead 4-3. Minutes even on the clock in quarter number 1. And some zone pressure, as we mentioned, by Morgan. Trojans leading by a point, 4-3. Lashy, middle look over now to Wolstenhume from Thompson. Now into the offensive set as Atkinson goes right baseline. Now he's going to get trapped. Dribbles it out nicely. Now up top, around the horn to Thompson. Thompson, three-pointers up high. Beautiful shot. Thompson hits the three-pointer. Back-to-back threes for South Summit. And the Wildcats take their first lead of the night, 6-4. High-arching shot by Thompson. And Thompson gets 3 points for the Wildcats. Now back on the defensive side, down low, inside to Turner. Turnaround, jumper no good, and Turner gets his own rebound. Two South Summit guys went up. Now deep three, and a three-pointer by number 5, Aiden Harris. And the Trojans regain the lead, 7-6. And it's 3 consecutive three-pointers by the two teams, and it's a 1-point Morgan lead. 1-2-2 full court pressure put on by the Trojans. Trying to trap the sides now. Back and forth from McKee and Atkinson. Skip pass over the top to Atkinson. Good job by South Summit. Atkinson tries to go over the top with the pass. It's blocked away by Criddle, and Morgan's on the quick break. Almost stolen away by Thompson. Good transition defense by South Summit, getting back quickly after the turnover. It'll be Morgan basketball.
It'll be interesting to see, Cody, how much the shot clock actually affects the way that South Summit's going to be handling their offense.
Hasn't played much of a role yet, has it?
Nope, not yet.
Oh, and McKee almost could have probably got a push on that one. Went for the loose ball on the pass in. And Joseph Waite went hard down. No call. It'll stay with Morgan. 5:07, or 4:50, I should say, left on the clock in this quarter number one. 1 point, 7-6, Morgan lead. Turner. Bounce pass over to Harris. Now back Cuddle, off the glass, no good, and McKee with the rebound. McKee passes over to Lashy. Lashy in the lane. Deep three-pointer by Thompson. No good. Missed it all, and Cuddle with the rebound. Quickly back comes Morgan on the fast break. Inside to Bailey. Bailey loses the handle and scramble for the ball. And McKee's going to pick up the loose ball foul. Diving for the ball. Got too much body on the foul, and that'll be the first personal foul. McKee fouled out Friday night, so they got to make sure that he doesn't get too many. That one's a good hustle foul, but not a foul you want to pick up so far from the basket. You like the hustle from McKee. First personal and the first team foul on South Summit. 4:18 left, quarter number one. Inbounding. Harris over to Turner. And needed to reset the shot clock. And that probably need a little working in, I'm sure. They trained some new people to work that. First time we've had a shot clock here at South Summit. New rule for the year. Logan Wolstenhume, the sophomore, into the ball game for South Summit. Now pass in. They go a black open. See, and there's McKee's second. And that is not where we want South Summit early, as Gage McKee picks up two, and he's going to have to take a seat halfway through quarter number one. And coming up off the bench is Harris, the junior. Go ahead, King.
You love how how willing he is to get out there and try and contest those shots, but he's just got to be a little bit smarter, a little bit more careful on how he's swinging his arms, because a lot of times the refs are looking to see for like a wild arm motion.
Yep, especially coming down with that arm. So Harris is going to get thrown here into this ball game early. He's going to have to play a big role, as McKee now is a tough call with just under 4 minutes into this first half. So Coach Osgerthorpe's going to have to see what he wants to do with two fouls already, and a nice rebound by Wolstenhume. Wolstenhume tries to go deep to Atkinson, and Atkinson can't come down with the pass. It would have been a tough one to come down with. Probably not a pass you want to gamble on right here, as Braden Osgerthorpe's going to get up off the bench. Now inside to Criddle. Criddle up off the glass, no good, and the rebound to Atkinson. 8-6, Morgan lead. Now in the corner to Lashy. Lashy into the lane, left hand blocked away and stolen away by Morgan, and then Thompson will pick up the loose ball foul. It's a nice cut by Thompson, but blocked away by Morgan, and Morgan comes with the turnover. It'll be Morgan basketball on the foul by Thompson. 3 team fouls on South Summit. Atkinson's going to get a breather with Osgerthorpe coming in.
Nice block there by number 15.
AC with a nice block. Hill inbound for Morgan. And South Summit will extend a little man-to-man pressure. Wolstenhume, Harris, Lashy, Osgerthorpe, and Thompson on the court for South Summit. Turner, AC, Bailey, and number 4 is checked into the ball game for Morgan. Down low, Bailey with a nice move. Can't get the roll. Quill with a nice offensive rebound. Now into the corner to AC, and over to Tilby. Now baseline. Turner almost stepped out of bounds. 3-pointer up and good by number 15, AC. And a big shot off the bench for AC. He's got 3 now, and it's an 11-6 Trojan lead. Biggest lead of the ball game thus far. 5-point lead. Now Thompson down in the corner to Harris. Pump fake. He could have gone to the bucket. And that's a little jitter turnover right there. Haven't seen Harris into the varsity game, especially this early, much thus far in the season. So with McKee in foul trouble already, Harris should need a couple of deep breaths, and he'll settle in and do well. Inbounding for Morgan, Bailey, number 1. And South Summit could use a stop. Gempler getting up off the bench for South Summit. And he'll wait till the next timeout. Or dead ball, I should say, not necessarily a timeout. 3:08 left, first quarter. Turner Over to Tilby. Tilby now in the corner to AC, and AC steps on the baseline. Tony got a little bump by Harris, didn't get the blocking call foul, and it'll be a turnover to South Summit. Thompson's going to check out. Atkinson into the ball game, so Thompson will get a little breather. And Osgothorpe out, and Gimpler back in as well. And getting ready to come up off the bench is Britton Wolstenhume. We're under 3 minutes in quarter number 1. South Summit trailing by 5, 11-6. Now stolen away by Tilby. Another careless pass by South Summit. Morgan quickly back. Turner now kicks it out to Bailey. Bailey, three-pointer is up, no good. And a fight for the board, and Logan Wolstenhume comes down with the offensive or defensive board. Tries to go inside to Lashy. Beautiful move by Lashy as he gets the foul on the bucket. Whew. That was a small window to thread in there by Wolstenhume. Lashy's good hands, able to catch it on the run. He's softly up off the glass, gets the bucket and the foul. He'll go to the free throw line. Lashy with his second bucket. He's got 5. And Wildcats trying to get to 6. Lashy's free throws a little short, and coming down with it, number 34, Olsen's checked into the ball game. Bailey now on the low block, and he's going to travel. Let's double dribble, turnover on Bailey. 11-8 lead for the Trojans. Thompson and Wolstenhume getting ready to check in for South Summit. Lashy and Harris going to check out. Lashy having a great quarter. He's got 5 of the 8 for South Summit. Thompson's got the other 3 with the big three-pointer.
And you see Morgan's full-court defense gave South Summit a little bit of trouble a couple possessions ago, and they got a turnover from it.
So, Britton Wolstenhume into the ballgame. Nice inside pass to Logan Wolstenhume. Logan does a great job while in the air, adjusting the ball to avoid the block shot. Softly goes in, and South Summit is on a 4-0 run. Pass inside to Olsen. Good defense by Logan Wolstenhume, and a fight for the board. It's tipped out. South Summit's on the run. Atkinson goes up. He's got a blocking foul. He'll go to the free throw line. Good take by Atkinson, getting into the body of the shot blocker, Bailey, and he'll go to the free throw line. And that's the first foul on Bailey. Second team foul on the Trojans. And Atkinson will go to the free throw line to shoot 2.
And Atkinson, a good free throw shooter, so you expect him to knock down these free throws right here.
And he gets the first. Atkinson's on the board with a point. And they need some scoring out of him. 8 points a night averaging. Good outside shooter as well, so hopefully Atkinson can get rolling offensively. South Summit's on a 5-0 run, tied this ball game up at 11. 2 minutes even left on the clock in quarter number 1. Second free throw by Atkinson's no good. And coming down with it is Waite for the Trojans. And Tilby walks it up. Number 23's checked into the ball game. That's Johnson. Now, shot up off the glass, no good. Olsen tries to get the offensive board. Tilby up off the glass, no good. Olsen has a shot blocked by Wolstenhume, and it looks like they're going to call the foul on Wolstenhume. Too many offensive boards. Bob Morgan right there working hard on the offensive board. And it'll send Olsen to the free throw line. Luke Olsen to shoot 2. That's 14th foul on South Summit.
You saw South Summit guys right there already running back down the court on offense before the rebound had been secured.
Big team in there for Morgan right now, so they're going to have to get a body on somebody on the defensive rebounds. You mentioned can't break out too early without possession. 1:40 left. Morgan creeps back out by 2 as Olsen gets both free throws. Now back and forth from Britton Wolstenhume and Logan Wolstenhume. Over to Thompson. Now into the corner to Atkinson. Three-pointer by Alex Atkinson. Too hard, but Logan Wolstenhume with the offensive board. He's fouled by Olsen, and one more time, Logan Wolstenhume in the right spot for the offensive board. He'll go to the free throw line. Too bad we don't have a stat crew, Kagan, so we could get some offensive boards on Logan. He is always in the right spot at the right time, typically.
Yes, he is.
And Logan gets the free throw. Logan's got 3 on the night. And they trim the deficit to 1. 13-12, Trojan lead. 28 points Friday night for Logan Wolstenhume. At over half South Summit's points. He gets both free throws, and he's up to 4 on the night, and they tie the ball game up at 13. 1:21 left, first quarter. Tilby now up top to Olsen. Olsen hands off to Tilby. He goes hard left, guarded nicely by Britton Wolstenhume. Good job staying in front on a quick drive. Now into the lane. Johnson with the jumper, no good. And the rebound again to Logan Wolstenhume. Over now to Britton Wolstenhume. Britton into the lane, shut down. Now passes out to Thompson. Now up top to Britton. Down the corner. Back and forth from the wing to top of the key. Don't mind seeing Britton take a look at that bucket when he's got that open three-pointer. Now high post look. There's a good look inside the Logan. Good offense by South Summit. Moving the ball, keeping that Morgan zone defense moving. Found an open spot right inside the key, and Logan Wolstenhume with the soft hands gets the bucket. He's got 6 now, and the Wildcats lead by 2. Quickly back, missing the shot is Wade. South Summit now quickly back on the offensive side. Logan goes up high, just in the air, and Logan again. Logan gets the rebound, goes the length of the court, lays it up softly. He's got 4 in a row, and the Wildcats now extend to a 4-point, biggest lead of the quarter. And down to 8 seconds in quarter number 1. Tilby up off the glass. Beautiful move. And South Summit's got to hustle. 2 seconds. Logan shoot it up. He's going to get it off. No good. And the end of quarter number 1, the Wildcats hold on to a 17-15 fast-paced first quarter. The Wildcats lead by 2. Great to start at quarter number 2. South Summit leading by a bucket, 17-15. It'll be South Summit basketball with Lashy, Oscarthorpe, Gempler, McKee, and Wolstenhume into the ball game to start off the second period. Now Lashy back as they start trying to break down this defensive pressure by Morgan. Gempler, three-pointer on the left wing, no good. Oscarthorpe in for a nice offensive rebound. Now goes inside to Gempler. Gempler with the turnaround, no good. And Gempler's going to knock it out of... Ooh, I think he got a break right there. Looked like Gempler may have knocked it out. We'll take it. Lashy will inbound for South Summit.
Gempler usually not taking those outside shots, but you like the confidence that he had when he was open to shoot it.
Had a good look at it as Lashy tries to go inside to Logan. Logan unable to get the handle. It's knocked out of bounds. It'll stay with South Summit. Lashy one more time. Now goes up top to Wolstenhume. In the corner, Gage McKee. Coach Oscarthorpe rolling the dice with McKee. Now stolen away. It's a 3-on-1 by Morgan. Over to Tilby. Tilby back to it. Blocked it out. Lashy had the block. Gets the foul on the arm as Harris will go to the free throw line as turnover leading to transition opportunities for the Trojans. They'll head to the free throw line. Number 10's checked in for Morgan. Gavin Turner, my bad. Gavin Turner.
Good job by Morgan in the passing lanes right there, intercepting that pass for a fast break.
My mistake. Turner is 11. Nelson, number 10. So, shot good by number 5, Aiden Harris, and he gets the second roll in. And it's a 17-17 tie. Harris with his 5th point of the night. And we're all tied up. Region opener here tonight at South Summit. And looks like it's going to be a good one. Now high post look to Wolstenhume. Almost knocked away and stolen again, but Lashy able to bring it down. Lashy pulls it in, takes the three-pointer. It goes up high. Hits the 35-second shot clock. And it'll go out of bounds. It'll be Morgan basketball.
Hits the shot
Morgan really collapsing in on Logan Wolstenholme down there in the high post.
Tell you what, if you watched the film on him Friday night, you for sure would want to. Harris kicks it out to Nelson. Now around to Tilby. Tilby three-pointer up, no good. And Logan with another big board. And he protects well, bringing it down. Lashy now over to Gempler. Now Gempler back to Lashy. And all tied up at 17. 6:39 left, second quarter. Shot clock at 22. Baseline over to Gempler. Down the horn to Lashy. And South Summit patiently trying to break down this Morgan defense. Shot clock down to 10. Back to Gempler. Going to have to start attacking now. Down to 6. Osgothorpe over to Lashy. Got to get a shot. Man, that almost looked like a lot of body. No call.
Right there. Holy cow.
And now Morgan goes baseline. Nelson goes up high, and he's fouled. He'll go to the free throw line. Good take by Nelson. Going hard. Baseline to the rim. And the foul. And that'll be the 16th foul on South Summit. I didn't see who the foul was on. Did you, Tegan?
I did not. There was two bodies that went up in the air trying for a block. I don't know which two they were, though.
So Morgan will be in the bonus from here on out. Free throw by Nelson's good. Tate Nelson getting his first free throw of the night. First point as Kelby Thompson checks in, giving Logan Wolstenholme a breather, along with Alex Atkinson checking back in as Osgothorpe gets a breather. Second free throw by Nelson's good. And it's back to a 2-point Morgan lead. Now over to Atkinson. Morgan continuing to go in this zone pressure. High post has been a great place for South Summit to attack. If they can get somebody flashing, Logan Wolstenholme is playing that perfectly. Skip pass over the top. Now baseline to Gempler. Gempler's had a bloody nose. He's got it plugged up with some tissue, and hopefully he can stay in the ball game with that as Atkinson goes baseline to McKee. McKee kicks it out to an open Lashy. Three-pointer by Lashy. No good. And the rebound to Bailey. Good look by Lashy as he hit one earlier in the first quarter. Unable to get that one to go. Now Bailey goes baseline. Now up top to Turner, who's back into the ball game. Bailey now into the lane. Three-pointer up by Harris is no good, but the rebound to Criddle. Now inside. Oh, and he goes down hard. Lost his balance. Harris. And the foul is on Gempler, it looks like. Hopefully it's on Gempler, because if it's on McKee, that's 3.
Yeah, it looked like McKee got ball, but Gempler hit him on the bottom.
There's a break for South Summit as Gempler will get the foul, just his first, but with McKee's 2, that would have really put a damper on this defense inside for McKee. And as active and aggressive as he is defensively, he's going to have to change his game plan a little bit. Going to have to turn into a position kind of a defender as opposed to a shot blocker as Harris misses the first free throw. 17 fouls now on South Summit. Only 3 for Morgan as the Trojans lead by 2. 5:12 left, second period. Free throw by Harris is short, no good, and up high is Gempler for the defensive board. And South Summit out on the run, quick. Now inside to Gempler. Gempler loses the handle. That is knocked away, and it goes off Gempler. Good defense by Morgan. Getting the hand in on the ball and knocks it out of bounds. Gempler would have had a good look at the bucket right there as he had an open lane, but quick hands of the Trojans get the turnover. They're back on the offensive side. Harris. Now over to Nelson. Nelson, little. Oh, there's McKee flying it again. My gosh, you like the effort, but I'm not sure you're wanting him doing that.
It worked out this time. It scares me, though.
Yes, it does. It did work out this time, for sure. And checking into the ball game, number 15, Colton Acey. Acey's got a three-pointer. And it'll be inbounding. Acey now inside. Harris up off the glass, and Harris gets the bucket with the left hand. And Wildcats now trail by 4 as Morgan extends to a 4-point, 21-17 lead. Skip pass over to Atkinson. Atkinson takes the three-pointer. It's on line, just rims out, no good. And Bailey with the rebound over to Turner. And Morgan can extend to their biggest lead. They led 11-6. Harris with the three-pointer, and they do, and it's up to a 7-point lead. 7-0 run by the Trojans. And South Summit's needing a bucket. Over to McKee. McKee goes baseline, now rounds back, nothing there. Up top now to Atkinson. South Summit needs a high percentage shot. Little runner in the lane by McKee, missed it all. And AC with the defensive board, and Morgan trying to put a run together, and Bailey goes up. Ooh, that was close to a continuation as Bailey wanted the shot and the foul. They're going to say it was on the ground, but that's going to give him free throws with the 1-and-1. And South Summit's going to possibly find themselves down by 9 if Bailey can hit 2 free throws.
South Summit failing to close out on the three-point line when Morgan shooters are out there. It's costing them a couple points here.
Bailey's first free throw is good. And Bailey now with 5. 8-point now, 8-0 run put on by the Trojans. Second free throw by Bailey is up, no good. Big rebound as South Summit failed to put a body on Harris. Timeout on the court as Wildcats see themselves down by 8, 25-17. Out of the timeout, it'll be Morgan basketball, leading by 8, 25-17. Halfway through quarter number 2. Waite has the ball on the right wing. Switch put on, now it left wide open. Criddle, and Criddle gets his first bucket. Josh Criddle with South Summit, a little defensive error as they tried to switch, and the switching man didn't quite get to Criddle quick enough. And it's a 10-point Morgan lead, 27-17. South Summit on a scoring drought. Gone about 3 minutes without scoring. It was tied up at 17. And quickly back is Logan Wolstenhume into the ball game and turns the ball over, trying to go down low to McKee. Logan Wolstenhume goes for the shot block. Might have gotten somebody. No call made, and the Wildcats back on offense. Offensive foul on Alex Atkinson, lowering the shoulder. Easy call for the official, and that'll be the 8th team foul on South Summit. McKee, back in the game. It was Gimpler they tried to go down to with Wolstenhume. So on the court for South Summit, Lashy, Atkinson, Logan Wolstenhume, McKee, and Thompson. And for the Trojans, Turner, Waite, Criddle, Harris, and AC. Good hands by Thompson, knocking it away from Turner. 10-point Morgan lead with the ball. Now trying to go around to Criddle, goes off of South Summit's foot, and it'll stay with the Trojans. Those only had one time where a shot clock's even come close to playing a role.
Yeah, I thought it'd play a bigger role than it has, but South Summit's done a pretty good job of adjusting to what it's going to be like.
So skips over to Harris. Now inside 10, the shot clock. Harris into the lane. Little jumper off the glass, no good. Criddle with the big offensive board. Little pump fake off, no good. And Wolstenhume goes up high and brings down the board. And the ball's knocked away by Waite. It'll stay with South Summit. Harris and Britt Wolstenhume getting ready to come in for the Wildcats. And Atkinson and Lashy will check out for South Summit. 2:28 left in this first or second quarter. And coming in is Eli Bailey for the Trojans with Criddle sitting down. Britton Wolstenhume will inbound for South Summit. Thompson over to Harris. Gage McKee playing the high post. Now down low. Good position for Logan, and Logan adjusts in the air again. Outstanding move by Wolstenholme, and Wolstenholme is up to double figures with 10. He's got 10 of the 19 for South Summit. Much needed bucket for the Wildcats, and there's going to be a scramble for the ball as Wolstenholme went down hard, and it's going to go to South Summit. Good team defense by South Summit, helping on the baseline.
Good poke by Thompson. He reached around the offensive player, and he poked the ball into Wolstenholme.
Thompson always an outstanding defender. As McKee will inbound for the Wildcats. Over to Wolstenholme. Back and forth now from McKee to Britton. And South Summit needs to get it across quick, and they were down to 1 second. That's one thing that the shot clock does play a huge role on, is that 10 seconds, because everybody can see where you're at. And Wolstenholme again. My gosh, he's maneuverable down low as he gets another bucket. 12 now for Logan. And immediately he gets more points in the ballgame. Knocks it away, Logan does. And McKee on a good hustle. Oh, and that unfortunate break goes on the loose ball to Morgan, and Morgan back with weight on the 8-foot jumper on the baseline.
Fantastic hands by Wolstenholme getting that steal, but it just didn't work out in South Summit's favor right there.
1:18 left in this first half. Harris with the deep three-pointer is up and good as Harris with a big bucket off the bench. And Cameron, as South Summit's cut that 10-point lead in half, 29-24, late three-pointer, misses everything. It bounces out of bounds. South Summit basketball. Atkinson is Coach Osgathorpe keeping his guys fresh, playing good defense. A lot of energy being spent as Atkinson back into the ball game. 1:01 left in this first half. South Summit's cut a 10-point lead to 5. 29-24. McKee over to Wolstenholme. Man, Wolstenholme throws it right into the hands. Up off the glass, no good. And South Summit avoids an easy bucket as Tilby unable to convert. And Wolstenholme has his shot blocked, but he tries to knock it out of bounds and does, and tries to get the handle and knocks it out of bounds. So it'll stay with Morgan. One of the few times if Logan's gotten it that far down low, he hasn't scored. It'll be Morgan. Go ahead, Tate.
South Summit needing to do a better job of not telegraphing their passes. They're looking exactly where they're going to pass it.
And often it's hard to go up over the top. Out on the perimeter as well, as now nice move by Bailey inside, and Bailey uses his body. He's got 7 now, and the lead's back up to 7. 25 seconds left. Shot clock is off. And with a 7-point lead, South Summit would love to finish off this half with a made bucket and prevent Morgan from getting another possession. Logan into the lane. He traveled, shuffled his feet, trying to regain balance. And Lashley's going to come in for McKee. Good sub by Osgathorpe. And Brandon Crow into the ball game as well to play some defense inside, as they'll keep Logan from getting the foul also. So Crow in along with Lashley for one more defensive stop. 11 seconds left. Now down to 8. Turner goes hard right. Hands over to Tilby. Tilby open three-pointer. No good. And the rebound to Lashley. Out to Gimpler. Gimpler's got a chance. Crow! I just couldn't quite get it off quick enough. Good job on the move by South Summit. They trim that 10-point lead down to 7. Lots of time left as we got 2 more quarters of basketball and a good half so far by South Summit, and Morgan putting on a good show tonight. As the Trojans lead by 7, 31-24.
show you what I'm working with. This time, riding y'all list. Being godless, handsome, jazzing like a fabulous. Graduation shit, even cause you got back. Riding on the carpet when you riding on a holiday. Tell me when you want to go. Hold up, don't tell me I already know. Watch out, it's a genie with an attitude. 3 wishes, what I need to make true. Mister, tell me whatever you need. Anything where you want things, even climate change. You will never have a friend like me. Never. Well done. Let's give another round of applause for this South Summit Bobbies. And as they exit off, here come the South Summit cheerleaders. 15. A few more sponsors for you. Flair Construction, Victory Ranch, Camas Storage, Thompson Logging, High Valley Trucking, Midtown Entertainment, and Horns and Companies. Trojans up 31-24. Second half about to get underway.
Outstanding halftime program put on by the South Summit students, drill team, and their 5-enes and cheerleaders doing a great job, as always. And we're left with 8 minutes here in this third quarter, 8 minutes fourth quarter, 16 minutes of basketball left as Morgan takes the first half by 7, 31-24. And one more time, Thompson getting his hands on the loose ball, making it tough for Turner to get the offense started. So South Summit going to have to make a couple of jumps. McKee right off the bat on the block shot as McKee not holding back again, and Gimpler goes up high, misses it, but Lashy with the offensive board. Even Lashy took the ball down, gave a chance for Morgan to get their hands in, but they reach in and get the foul. Great start for South Summit on the defensive side.
3 blocks from McKee leads to good offense.
He gets up high, doesn't he?
Yes, he does.
And he's got a long reach as well. I love that play. Back in from McKee to Lashy. Lashy gets the missed shot. Thompson in the lane. And Thompson gets the second bucket. 5 points now for Thompson, and the Wildcats get the first bucket of the second half. It's a 31-26 South Summit deficit. And up high. Nice move by Bailey. Got it just high enough to go over top of McKee, and the lead's back to 7, 33-26. Ooh, dangerous pass to Lashes. He does a nice job of bringing it in. Now high post look to McKee, over to Gimpler. And Gimpler trying to find some help. Nothing there. Now into the corner to Thompson. Thompson dribbles out, clears it left, now goes up top to Atkinson. Gimpler high post look to McKee. Good defense put on by the Trojans. Atkinson gets into the lane, just rims out, no good. Nice move by Atkinson. And now Trojans back on the offensive side. Harris goes in the lane. Beautiful move by Harris, unable to convert off the glass. They pass it back out to him. 3-pointer by Harris, no good. And McKee with the rebound. Ooh. And then McKee passes to himself. Can't do that one as he was trying to go out on the wing. Nobody was there, and he kind of bounced it high, picked it up again, and turnover South Summit. Tell you what, those are the kind of turnovers that prevent any kind of momentum from getting established after a good defensive possession.
Just takes all the energy.
Yes, it does. And there McKee comes right back, and nice pass by Lashy. Up top to Atkinson from Thompson. Beautiful assist by Thompson. And Atkinson gets his first bucket of the night, and Wildcats send it back to 5, 33-28. Turner quickly back for the Trojans. High post look to Criddle, now up to Bailey. Bailey, little free throw jumper. Beautiful shot by Bailey. And Bailey has 11 on the night. 35-28 lead for the Trojans. Seesaw affair here in this third quarter. Whew. Again, Flashy happened to bail out. Bad pass, and Gimpler's fouled on the baseline jumper. He'll go to the free throw line. Whew. Fast tempo already.
Yeah, the pace is going a lot faster than it did the first half here in the first couple minutes of this third quarter.
Gimpler will have 2 free throws. First second team foul on the Trojans. And we got some stats now up on the scoreboard, which is nice. First personal foul on Criddle. And that'll be the second team foul on South Summit, or on Morgan.
South Summit's done a good job so far this half, not really getting any foul calls on them so far. They played a pretty good, clean defensive game.
So quickly up off the bench is Logan Wolstenhume. I'm not sure what's happened here. Gimpler must be bleeding again, and he is. So Gimpler's got some blood on his uniform. He's going to have to get a new jersey. So that's a good time to get Logan Wolstenhume into the ball game. So Logan will get 2 free throws from being on the bench.
Yeah, I've never seen that happen before in a game.
Wolstenhume, first free throw is up and good. And Wolstenhume continues to score for South Summit. He now has 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 13 on the night for Wolstenhume. And the lead's down to 6. And just misses the first one. Thompson knocks it out of bounds. It'll be Morgan basketball. Bailey will inbound for the Trojans. Passes off to Turner, now back to Bailey. Bailey picked up by Wolstenhume. Harris gets a high screen from Bailey. Harris goes into the lane and a reach-in foul on Logan, or on Bracken Lashy. That'll be the first team foul the second half on South Summit. First for the second personal on Lashy. Nope, third personal foul on Lashy. So that'll be Tilby coming in off the bench for the Trojans, and Harris getting a breather. Tilby inbounds for the Trojans. Goes up top to Turner. Now AC, deep three-pointer, no good, rims out, but Criddle with the big offensive rebound. Now a little jumper on the baseline, no good, and the rebound to Logan Wolstenhume. South Summit's on the run, and there'll be a reach-in foul on Criddle, and I think Logan sold that one pretty well.
Yeah, that was a smart play right there. I don't know if he got fouled that hard.
Logan went down, got the foul, sold it well. 13 foul on Morgan. Criddle picks up the personal foul, and it'll be Lashy's basketball to inbound. 5:21 left, third quarter. 6-point Trojan lead. And now Lashy comes baseline, gets it on the right side, inside to Logan. Logan with a little jumper off the glass, no good. Gets the rebound back to McKee, and McKee finally on the board. And McKee cuts the lead to 4, 35-31. Now Tilby over to Turner. Turner guarded by McKee. Oh, don't pick up the foul. McKee almost got one way too far out. Luckily he didn't get it, but an easy bucket comes back from a short shot. It didn't hit any rim. South Summit thought it was going to hit rim. Didn't get a body on the weak side, and an easy bucket for Morgan, and they extend the lead back to 6. Now McKee up top to Lashy. Inside to Thompson. Open three-pointer. Lashy's up and good.
Shot by Lashy right there coming up off the top of the key.
And the lead's down to 3. Deflected. South Summit down low to Atkinson with a nice reverse layup, and the lead is 1. South Summit's defense leading to easy buckets. It's a 37-36 Trojan lead. Halfway through quarter number 3, and Atkinson picks up a foul. Way out at the half-court line. Second team foul on South Summit. The second personal foul on Atkinson as Gimpler gets the blood stop. He's going to come in for Lashy. And Lashy will get a breather after the big three-pointer. 1 point, South Summit deficit. The Trojans lead by 1. 5-0 run put on by the Wildcats. Now over to Bailey. Bailey clears it from trouble. As McKee now at the top of this pressure, and a nice jump shot by number 34, Olson, checking into the ball game and gets a nice elbow jumper to extend the lead back to 3. Now up high. Oh, Logan had good position and probably decided a little too late to stay up with it. Now Bailey inside. It's knocked away, and McKee gets the deflection. It'll stay with Morgan. So it'll be Morgan basketball. Nelson will inbound for Morgan. Now over to Olson. AC with the three-pointer. Top of the key is good. AC. Beautiful pass on a nice screen. And AC with his second three-pointer of the night. He's got 6, and the lead's back up to 6. And Thompson going to get fouled by Nelson. Let's see if they give him 3 free throws. I think they're going to. There's a fortunate call for South Summit as Thompson will get 3 free throws. And 3 big ones would be good right here. First personal foul on Nelson and the 4th team foul on Morgan. First free throw by Thompson's good. Thompson having a good night. He's got 6, 3 ahead of his season average. 5-point Morgan lead. Gets the second one. 2 of 2 now for Thompson. And these would be 3 big free throws by the senior Kelby Thompson. And he gets them all. Great job by Kelby. And Kelby now with 8 points. It's back to a 3-point lead. South Summit putting some pressure on again. And quickly, Nelson has it knocked away. Ooh, almost stolen by Wilston Human Atkinson. Good job shutting down the break. And a little jumper by AC, no good. And the rebound, unable to come down with it is Atkinson. It'll be Morgan basketball.
Good defense right there by the Wildcats, making the Trojans pass it around a few more times than they probably like.
AC. Three-pointer by Olsen is good. And the big guy gets the deep three-pointer. Whew. 2 big buckets here in the third quarter as Logan goes up high, no good. Gets the offensive board. Nelson reaches in, steals it away, and Logan's going to pick up the frustration foul. As Logan wanted that easy bucket, unable to get it. And just too aggressive on the counter with the defensive board to Nelson. So getting a breather is Thompson. And it'll be Morgan basketball, leading by 6, 45-39. Well, Nelson splits the double, and Nelson quickly with the ball, kicks it out to Olsen. Man, Nelson was quick court to court. With the ball right there is Kilby now. A little fake, blocked away by McKee off the glass, and South Summit's on the run. Rashi with the left hand, no good, blocked away, and the rebound to the Trojans. Now inside, Nelson kicks it out to AC. AC with the three-pointer, no good, but Bailey with the offensive board. Bouncing around on the back of the iron, no good, and Logan Woolstonian with the rebound. Rashi is going to get fouled by Nelson, and that'll be 5 team fouls on the Trojans. Looks like we've got a full timeout on the court. Both teams probably need one. Fast-paced game here in this third quarter as the Trojans lead by 6, 45-39.
Trojans. It'll be Wildcat ball.
2:12 left, third quarter. Great game tonight, put on by South Summit as Morgan as the Trojans continue to lead by 6. 45-39, high post look. Now they go back down to Lashy. Lashy in the baseline, tries to hand off to McKee. It's stolen away. And Bailey comes out of the pack. Kilby back to AC. Three-pointer by AC. AC, I'll tell you what, he's been influential off the bench. 3 3-pointers now by AC. He's got 9, and the Trojans lead by 9. Up high to Logan. Good position by Logan, and Logan with an easy bucket down low. Good assist at the top from Atkinson.
Wilson even able to sneak behind the defense for the easy 2 right there. They didn't even know it was there.
Stolen away by Logan. Over to Lashy. Lashy with the left hand. Beautiful assist by Logan Wilson here. And Ashley into double figures with 10, and the lead's back down to 5. Stolen away by Gimpler. South Summit putting a run on. Logan down inside to Ashley, and Ashley back to back bucket. And a nice run by South Summit, 6-0 run. And Nelson again splits the defense, and he passes out wide to Bailey. Now Bailey gets into the lane, goes up, back to line by McKee. McKee up front over to Gimpler. Gimpler up, gets 5 at better free throw line. Tell you what, how many block shots does McKee have tonight? 5 or 6?
That's number 5 right there.
I'll tell you what, South Summit defensively ratcheting it up. Getting some fast break buckets, and the Wildcats can trim this lead to 1 with 2 free throws from Gimpler. Mitch's first free throw is going to rattle in. Gimpler gets his first bucket of the night. It's a 2-point lead, 7-0 run put on by South Summit. It's amazing how quick the tempo can change and the momentum. As Atkinson's going to take a seat. Getting a little breather is Britton Woolstenhume and Braden Osgerthorpe coming in for South Summit. The spell here in this last 55 seconds of South Summit putting a good energy run, and now unfortunately goes in for Gimpler. Hit the back of the iron, just killed it enough to roll right in, and Gimpler gets them both. It's down to a 1-point lead. 8-0 run put on by South Summit. 46 seconds left in quarter number 3. Criddle, cross-court pass to Harris. Now up to AC. Another 3-pointer. Hits another one.
Can't let him shoot the basketball.
Tell you what, 3 3-pointers in the quarter. 9 points in quarter number 3. He's got 12 overall. 4 3-pointers for AC, and a huge shot for Morgan to slow down this momentum from South Summit on the 8-0 run. Cross-court over to Osgerthorpe. Now around to Britton Woolstenhume. Top to Gimpler. South Summit down to 14 seconds in the quarter. 10 on the shot clock. There'll be 2 left on the shot clock. Now it's down to 5. McKee trying to get in the lane, and he loses the handle. Tilby. And a little step back, no good. Logan Woolstenhume comes down with it, casts it up. It's off the glass, no good. But a great quarter by South Summit to close out period number 3 as they outscore the Trojans on an 8-3 run to close this thing to a 4-point lead, 51-47 with 1 quarter of basketball left.
If you know anything about me, you know I love the line dance. Wish I was down there. All right, here we go. 4-point game, 4th quarter. Trojans up 51-47.
I needed a TO as this fast-tempo game really kicking it up in this 3rd quarter as the Wildcats trail by 4, 51-47. Cody Bowen taking Lewis. Outstanding Region 13 opener tonight at South Summit as the Trojans have led for the majority of the game, but it's been tight throughout, and there's going to be a foul around the back from Criddle. And I believe that's going to send South Summit to the free throw line now for the entire 4th quarter. So a good break with South Summit only 3 team fouls, so this could play a role in this 4th quarter. See if South Summit can make free throws. I'll tell you what, that was a determining factor with Millard Friday night. 10 in a row, and McKee banks the free throw. It's not often to see a guy hugely disappointed when he makes a free throw, but McKee missed that one so bad that one went in. McKee will take it. That one much better as McKee gets them both. Lead is back to 2. 51-49, McKee's got 4 on the night. Turner breaks the pressure for the Trojans, now up to Tilby.
South Summit's full court pressure on that ball has done a phenomenal job, especially here so far in this fourth quarter. They've done a lot of fast break points off that, and or in the third quarter, and they've done phenomenal at getting easy buckets and turnovers for Morgan.
Really led to the momentum for South Summit, but that's a momentum breaker as Tilby with the three-pointer. Was it Turner with the three-pointer? And that kicks the lead back up to 5, back and forth again. Osgothorpe goes baseline with the little runner, and Osgothorpe's going to go to the free throw line. Good baseline take by Braden Osgothorpe. Went up soft with the shot. He'll get 2 free throws. Foul is on number 33, Criddle. That's his 3rd personal foul and the 8th team foul on Morgan.
South Summit got to make these free throws to take that bonus to make it impactful in this game.
Osgothorpe misses the first free throw. 5-point Morgan lead, 54-49. South Summit needs to hold serve here at home in Region 13. Osgothorpe gets the second. And Osgothorpe on the board with his first point. Lead is back to 4, 54-50. And now Turner gets it to the middle, and Harris is going to go up. And beautiful move by Harris. Outstanding left hand over the top of Wolstenholme. And Harris kicks the lead back up to 6. Just when South Summit gets within a point or two, they hit some big shots, and that was a big one, as he was able to maneuver. Lashy with the three-pointer. No good. Big rebound to Tilby. Now Tilby quickly back for Morgan into the corner. Harris three-pointer is up, no good. And McKee with the big board. He quickly comes out front. Goes up around the back, stolen away by Tilby. Tilby has to pull it out. Wolstenholme shuts him down. Turner three-pointer, no good. Rebound to AC. And AC loses the handle. Turnover over to the Wildcats.
Good job by Britton Wolstenholme getting back on that fast break and shutting down number 4, who is Tilby.
So, 2 senior guards checking back into the ball game. Good job by Osgothorpe and Wolstenholme, giving those 2 senior guards a breather as they're ready for the stretch run now. 6:17 left in the ball game. Wildcats trailing by 6. Almost stolen away by Morgan. It goes back to South Summit. Thompson. Left elbow inside to McKee. McKee has to kick it back out to Thompson. Three-pointer by Thompson's good! And cut that 6-point lead in half. 56-53. Timeout on the court as Thompson refreshed, comes right back in the ball game and hits a big 3. It's a 3-point Trojan lead. 56-53.
Shout out once again, Carousel Center, Reynolds Electric, Team Pro, and All West Communications.
Six minutes even of basketball. Quarter number 4. South Summit, big three-pointer by Thompson. Cuts the lead to 3 as the Trojans lead 56-53. Thompson into double figures. He's tripled his season output on the night, having an outstanding night both offensively and defensively. And a very timely sub back in is now a turnover on Morgan. That'll give the ball right back to South Summit. Good pressure, and you said it, Tegan. That full court pressure has wreaked some havoc on the Trojans in the second half, and it's led to some turnovers. Let's see if they can convert on a turnover right here. Now Thompson into the short corner to Lashy. Back to Lashy, trying to find Logan. They're doubling him down low, making it hard for him to go. They go Powell! Almost great idea. Just hit the rim trying to go on the back door. Lob to Lashy, unable to convert. Turnover back to the Trojans. 5:30 left, fourth quarter. South Summit continues to go in man-to-man. Tilby tries to penetrate. Good move by Tilby. Nice fake, and he went right to the glass. Gets the south row, and the lead is back up to 5. Tell you what, South Summit just gets within a point, 2 or 3, and Morgan keeps that little bit of a safe distance at 5 or 6. Back and forth Now inside, and a careless pass again by South Summit. Back-to-back bad passes by the Wildcats. Leading now to Harris going up around, no good. And a nice offensive rebound by Logan Wistenhume. Logan pulls it over to Atkinson. Atkinson trying to find the penetration. And again, 3 in a row. They go out front to wait with the easy bucket. And timeout Morgan. 3 costly turnovers in a row by the Wildcats. And the lead is back up to 7, 60-53.
Give a shout out to Brent and Timothy for topping that one out. Libby topping out too. Did Libby topping out too? All right, shout out to Libby Maxfield. Into this right now. We got 4:38 left.
4:38 left in the ball game. Morgan continuing to lead by 7 this time, 60-53. 3 consecutive turnovers by South Summit, leading to some easy points. And almost another one. Open three-pointer, Atkinson. No good. Fight for the board, and coming down with it's Bailey. Bailey over to Turner. Out front to Harris. Harris goes up high. No good. Shot really made it hard by Wistenhume, and a little runner by Thompson, and Thompson gets a quick one back. 13 now for Kelby, and he cuts the lead to 5. Good high take by Kelby Thompson. He laid it up softly. Now Harris trying to fight the pressure of Thompson. And Thompson gets a little reach in, has to recover, and a kick out to Wait with the big three-pointer. Oh, gosh, big shot after big shot by the Trojans. And the lead is up to 8 now in this 4th quarter. Tell you what, see how much South Summit's got as they continue to have to fight. Good save by Wistenhume to kick it back out to Atkinson. High post look inside to McKee. And McKee will go to the free throw line. Foul on Harris. 19 fouls on the Trojans. Still 1-1.
South Summit's got to do a better job of when that press gets broken. They got to get back faster so they don't leave their 2 men back on the back lines defending against 3 offensive players.
That's a great point, as they had to sink in to prevent the penetration and the kick out to Wait. Almost traveled. Bailey led to the easy, well, not easy, but the good three-pointer by Wait. And it's up to 8, 3:29 left. South Summit needs a stop. Tilby backs it out. Tries to penetrate. Shot clock at 20. Now, Morgan's going to want to take their time a little bit. Clock's their ally. Turnaround jumper by Bailey. Travel. Would have been South Summit's either way, as South Summit had got the rebound down. 3:11 left. South Summit needing a shot. Somebody's got to step up and hit a big one right here. Cross court over to Lashy. Open three-pointer. Looks good. Lashy on cue. I should say that more often, Tegan. They need a big shot. Lashy delivers. Lashy's 3rd three-pointer of the night. He's in big double figures with 15, and the Wildcats cut the lead 63-58. On cue, Bracken Lashley delivers a huge three-pointer, cuts the lead from 8-5. South Summit's going to show tight man-to-man pressure again. 63 for Morgan, 58 South Summit. South Summit still with only 3 team fouls, and that may start playing a role if they have to start fouling late. So we'll see if they can trim this lead and not have to worry about it. As Tilby breaking the pressure with the dribble. Now he passes over to Harris. 3, oh my goodness, I was just about to say that is not a shot that Morgan wants right here. And it goes down as Harris with a big three-pointer, and it's back up to 8. Whew, that one might be one of the costliest ones of the night as Harris, and beautiful pass inside by Thompson to Logan Wilston, and South Summit gets one right back. 6-point lead, 66-60. And Harris goes inside to Bailey. Bailey trying to turn around. Jumper goes up high. Tell you what, Morgan isn't slowing down a bit offensively. I thought they might try to pull it out and burn a little, but they've just rattled off. Another good shot by Bailey, and the lead's back up to 8. South Summit cannot trade baskets. Just under 2 minutes now. Skip pass over to Lashley. Lashley's going to get into the lane. Good shot by Lashley off the glass. And timeout South Summit. Down to 6 again. Got to get a stop out of the timeout. Trojans 68, South Summit 62. .155 left out of the timeout. Nice shot by Lashley. South Summit needs a turnover, and it's going to be a jump ball. Oh. And Morgan wanted a quick timeout as he saw Tilby in trouble deep in the corner. And let's see how many timeouts they got left. 2 timeouts it says on the board. So we'll keep it right here, just a quick 30-second timeout. I'll tell you what, it's been a fast pace, back and forth, second half. Both teams playing great basketball. It's just been back and forth too much for South Summit as they narrowed it down to 1 point for just a moment in this midway through this third quarter, and they've been unable to get back within 2 or 3 in the last few minutes as Morgan is trading big shots for South Summit's big shots. And unfortunately for South Summit, that's not going to work for them to keep going here with under 2 minutes left. So we'll see what South Summit trying to trap in the corner again. Bailey's going to have to move further in the corner with the timeout, and he can't move on that baseline, so it's going to make it hard to get an inbound pass in. Let's see what Tilby and Turner are going to do. Is they're going to try to scissor back and forth. Now they're going to go up top to Harris. And Harris almost loses the handle. Good pressure put on by Sasso. And again, Tilby able to bring in the wide-angled pass as Turner. Now up top to Tilby. Now here's where the shot clock plays a huge role. South Summit does not, well, they may want to foul here. They still got to get a couple in. And the ball rolls in. Beautiful shot by Bailey. And just as that shot clock was winding down, Bailey gets another big shot, and they kick the lead back up to 8. Inside to Logan. Pass inside. No. Oh, and Lashley almost saves it, but saves it back to Morgan. Back to Tilby. Now outside to Turner. And Morgan pulls it out. Wise move by the Trojans. Now Wake goes in high. Kicks it out to Tilby. 3-pointer by Tilby. Oh, it's good. And that one might be the dagger for the Trojans as Tilby with the big 3-pointer. That kicks the lead all the way up to 11. Biggest lead of this second half with 49 seconds left. And now South Summit's going to have to get a miracle here as with 43 seconds left. And down 11 as Logan Wolstenhume comes up. The rebound goes to Lashy. Outside to Atkinson. Atkinson cross court to Thompson. Three-pointer by Thompson. Shots deflected. And Logan Wolstenhume gets the rebound down low. He's fouled. He'll go to the free throw line.
South Summit taking too long on that possession. They've got to get shots up. They're down by too much to dribble around.
And that shot was big as any tonight. As Morgan, give them credit. They have not let up a bit offensively. And they've stepped up and shot the ball confidently when they've had open looks. And too many of them gone down for South Summit late in this ball game. And Morgan, barring a miracle, is going to get a big Region 13 win on the road tonight as they lead by 10 with 30 seconds left. And it looks like Thompson and Harris is going to, Atkinson will check out, and Gempler and Harris back into the ball game. Wolstenhume's free throw, no good, misses. Got one of the two, and it's a 10-point lead and a foul by South Summit as Tilby will go to the, won't go to the free throw line yet. So South Summit with only 14 fouls. They need 3 more with 25 seconds left. Shot clock is off, down to 25 seconds.
And when you're in this situation, it's almost better to have them in the bonus so that we have a chance to get the ball back.
That's the danger of having those fouls so low throughout that second half, is if you trail, stolen away. It's out front to Logan. Logan goes up high, gets the easy bucket. Problem is now 5 seconds, going to run off right there. Now down to 13. Nelson back to Tilby. And Tilby up top, and he's going to get fouled. It's just too little a time for South Summit to get back in this one. 7.8 seconds left. And 8-point lead. Morgan will go to the free throw line. And still not in the, not going to get to the free throw line yet. And then South Summit, realizing the situation, allows Morgan to dribble out this clock. And Morgan gets a nice win on the road tonight. Not without an outstanding effort by South Summit as they just couldn't quite get Morgan shut down offensively. Tell you what, Morgan hit some shots late that I don't know if that's a typical thing for them late, but they hit some huge ones and probably a couple where you go, no, great shot, because they were quick three-pointers ahead by 7-8, but they went down and they were big shots, and South Summit's going to lose this one on the road at home tonight to Morgan. Pretty outstanding ball game, though, Kagan.
Yes, it was, and I love, though, the defensive possessions by both teams. They would pressure and they'd go up, and then the defense would slack off a little bit. And it was just kind of a pendulum motion, just back and forth, but South Summit unable to track down Morgan there at the end.
Well, we'll give Morgan credit tonight, and we'll be on the road Friday night at Ogden. So the Wildcats lose a heartbreaker tonight, not without a hard effort and some outstanding play by lots of players by South Summit, but just not enough as the Trojans win by 8, 73-65. Appreciate you joining us tonight. Thanks to Tegan Lewis for joining me tonight. Cody Bowen, always excited to bring you South Summit Athletics, and South Summit girls will play at home tomorrow night against Ogden. Join us for the broadcast, and hopefully South Summit can get a home win tomorrow against the Tigers as they played a good game against Morgan last night at Morgan, unable to get the win. So South Summit boys and girls lose tough ones to start off the region schedule, and hopefully they can fare a little better against Ogden the next 2 nights. So again, for South Summit Athletics, thanks for joining us tonight. Always appreciate your support, and you watch it at home. So have a great night. We'll talk to you tomorrow.